a live stream, and I am also doing this intro just in case this one ends up staying up after I finish it. I do not know yet, and yes, the title of the video is deliberately made to be provocative, although it's kind of a joke. It's also kind of serious. We're more than there's. I hope there's to be no drama in the rideshare community with this video. Actually, to be perfectly honest, that's not, even though the title is clickbait, I would really like to do a frank little discussion with you guys about how the new format is going. I know we've only been a couple days into it, but so far I have heard way more positive than negative. And so if there are some, still some concerns, like if you like the format, definitely want to see it go this direction, love to hear that. If you like the format but would like to see a few little more changes, would love to hear that. If you absolutely hate the format, well, yes, I guess I would like to hear that too. But please be advised that we're going to try to keep the new format for at least 2 weeks. We're going to give it 2 solid weeks to make sure that it's working, to make sure that it's just doing what it's supposed to. So, yeah, the new format will be there for 2 weeks, and after 2 weeks, I will make a final decision. Aside from seeking information about the new format, I guess this is just going to be a casual Q&A time. You know how I've seen how people ask questions, and so now's the time to ask me those questions. And provided they're not questions that you could easily find yourself, and we're talking about, like, an example that would be, what would an example like that be? Like, how much does Uber pay? You know what? That information is on their website, and you can find that out. So, yeah. Joe L says, your new format is great. Francisco says, are you going to keep the beanie on permanently when you are app? Except, I think for Christmas, I'm going to be wearing a Santa hat, but otherwise, yes. Katie, you really liked that. TS said, I worked for Uber on Monday. I was logged in for 4 hours and made 23 pounds. I think that's pounds, right? That's $5.58 an hour. Uber Taco, help me, bro, because this company's going to make me lose everything. Well, okay, we're gonna answer that one. Then we're gonna answer, is Uber going public soon? Wow, a lot of. Okay, so here's the thing. My frank response is, if you can't make Uber work, get out of it. Get out of it. I mean, everyone admits, the simple driver, Uber man, even I admit it. Harry Campbell, the rates are not going up. If you're not making money doing this, get out of it as soon as possible. Is Uber going public soon? If they make it to the publicness, then 2019 is their goal. I like the daily videos. What do you think about Grubhub? Dude, can you click on links? I found you a new beanie. I can't click on links during a live stream because the comments are coming on at the phone, which is what I'm also using to record, but you can message me or you can comment in the comments section, and I can click on those. New format is great. Thanks, for Francisco. Hola, Daniel. Mike Hicks just under. Fully autonomous rideshare is not anywhere near ready. Oh, I know. I just made a video, and that has definitely been a source of contention. If I have ever... If I've ever had any rideshare drama, I have disagreed with prominent YouTubers about the future of autonomous vehicles. But you know what? Even at CES, which is known for blowing everything way out of proportion, even Hyundai, Toyota, and Lyft, and they're all saying, yeah, we're not going to be ready by 2021. So, let's see here. Is it worth just working for them part-time? I think so. If you work part-time, and especially if you can take advantage of the surge times, then yeah, there's some good extra money to be made there. Baba Stock says, how does it make sense when Uber is losing money? Well, think about it. They have a high demand with a high turnover rate. And they're constantly paying $100 to $600 bonuses every day for new drivers. Those drivers likewise don't stay. And for the drivers that they do keep around, they're paying Quest. They're paying Boost. There's a lot of people who make complaints, and it doesn't matter how ridiculous the complaint is, Uber will refund their money. There is just a lot of things that drains Uber's resources, and also I think the executives just make way too much money. I mean, considering that Uber loses so much money, I don't think the executives should get paid what they get paid, to be perfectly frank. They haven't earned those bonuses. So if Clarence says, if you don't absolutely have to work for Rideshare, I wouldn't. I agree. Dark Road Run says, thanks for the moderator status. It's an honor. Yo, you're welcome. And apparently Oscar season's coming up. Yes, Oscar season is approaching. I have no idea what's going to win. I think Lady Bird's going to get most of the awards. I think the Academy wants to award Shape of the Water, but then Three Billboards of Ebbing, Missouri has a lot of, is very timely at the same time, so who knows what's going to happen. How are any of them getting paid and getting bonuses when the company is constantly losing money? Well, that's what the fundraising was for. They raised a lot of money and they had like a cash reserve, so they have money. They have money to pay themselves. They're just not making any new money on themselves. Did you see the tiff between the simple driver and the rideshare professor? Why do you think the video is titled what it is? So, let's see here. They don't. Yes, Driver Mike, Dark Road's a mod. I'd make you one too, but you've got your own channel, so, I won't insult you by making me a mod on mine. Babastock, when Travis wanted to sell his shares is a big sign that isn't doing well and may go bankrupt of the rate cut. You know what? The funny thing is, I'm making a video about him selling the shares, so keep an eye out for that. Rideshare is a good part-time job, rebalancing expenses, so to speak, if you have time to do it. I've cut way back personally. Oh, sorry, Mike. I'm sorry you got suspended from Lyft. Try appealing as best as you can. Changes are coming to CA rideshare drivers with Senate Bill 182, business license required. Yes, and that's another thing that will definitely bite Uber, because here's the thing. Uber cannot afford to give up California. The LA market and the San Diego market alone are two of their biggest markets, next to New York City and Miami, and Seattle, Washington. Maybe Dallas, Texas. But so yeah, but California soon will all have to have business licenses. And here's the thing. I'm going to be okay because I already have a business license. Not for ride sharing, but for other things I do, I have a business license. I have it so that, basically for the YouTube, the stores, and everything. So it's going to work out great for me. But I anticipate a lot of drivers will quit and the surge will spike. And the only way they can get some of these riders back is if they raise the rates and they pay them better, because people will now need to pay for their business licenses. Not only do they have to pay for their business licenses, but they have to pay for the high gas. Let's see here. I would not pick up a rider with too many passengers, and she complained. Well, yeah, unfortunately that happens. Will Lyft offer a food delivering service? Yes. I don't know when exactly, but yes, I am almost completely positive they will do that at some point. The whole U.S. will have to get business license. No, that's not true. Granted, eventually that might be the case, but the bill is limited only to California at the moment. So, I'm guessing that California business license will be around 1,000. No, but it is at least a few hundred. Will Amazon buy Target? Dear God, I hope not. I hope not. Amazon scares me with how much they buy, how much market they have. What is it? The $150 per year for the license? Well, my license costs $200 a year. I don't know if it's exactly the same thing, but it is a general business license, so that's what I'm paying. So, and again, it works for my eBay store, my Stealth Amazon store, my Barnes & Noble Marketplace. It works for my website. The address that I have is for my P.O. box, so it's definitely worth having, but a lot of here's the thing. Even if it was like $35 a month, a lot of part-time drivers would not get it. And part-time drivers, whether Uber wants to admit it or not, or Lyft for that matter, is that part-time drivers are the bread and butter. They're the people who go out when they're bored. The full-time drivers have set schedules, and they're not always and they're way more predictable how they drive. The part-time drivers fill in the gaps. So, if you got banned from Uber and Lyft, I'm sorry. Unless there's a third company, you're honestly kind of stuck. You're just kind of stuck on that one. So, sorry. Watch all these driver videos talking crap about how much they earn and talk crap. Uber sucks. They have messed up the whole taxi industry. Well, you know what? Here's the thing. The taxi industry had it coming. They honestly had it coming because they could have innovated a long time ago. They didn't, and now look where they are. So I'm going to plug this in because it's just dawned on me that it's kind of low on the battery. Do you get a lot of telemarketing calls with your business license? Yes. Yes. Juno, I think operates in New York, but nowhere else. Tried. I don't know if they're around anymore. Pull Up and Go. I think they're gone. CJ and Go is gone. It's like what an ample title for a company. Like, CJ and Go right out of business. So yeah, the taxi industry is like Blockbuster versus Netflix. I mean, Blockbuster can get all pissy as they want about. And here's the thing: Netflix wasn't even the one who destroyed them through streaming. Netflix destroyed them just by the DVD rental service. That's why we switched to Netflix, was we could rent DVDs in the mail and there'd be no late fees. And Blockbuster tried DVD by mail for a while, and then they made that fatal mistake. Hey, we're just going to focus on the stores. And now the interesting thing, of course, is that Blockbuster actually was kind of ahead of the curve on that one. They were planning a streaming service before there was even a Netflix. Problem was, the company that they made the deal with to make that service was with Enron. And we all know how that turned out, didn't we? So, let's see. Caviar is great. I agree. I wish Caviar would expand. And the funny thing is, Caviar actually does make money, to my knowledge. They set up so they would have the partnerships in advance, and they treat their drivers good. And, Caviar is a great example that you can do this, make money, and still treat your drivers good. So why can't anyone else figure out that this is how you should be doing it? Make partners with the businesses, make partners out of your drivers, don't step on toes. Caviar, Amazon Flex, Caviar. Definitely Caviar. Talking about them, where can I get a bag to work for them cheap? The funny thing is, I just use my old DoorDash bag. Kevin, is it worth trading stocks for a living? Interesting that you should mention that, because I actually do have stock. I have a lot of stock. I actually have a ridiculously healthy amount of stock. And I'm doing a little bit of Bitcoin. Not as much as some people. Basically, Bitcoin, it's funny because with the stock market crash, but I don't trust Bitcoin to be around forever. So I'm investing in a little bit of it now, and it's doing fine. But I'm going to cash out pretty soon. And when it comes to stocks, I have a lot of good stocks. I've got Disney, I've got Coca-Cola, I've got Pepsi, I've got Google. I've got Barnes and Noble, and IMAX. Those are more personal because I just like the companies. I have Facebook. I got rid of Apple a while ago because I just hated the company. And no, I did not make a video tutorial on stocks. Because here's the thing, getting stocks is not complicated. Anyone can buy a stock. You go to a website like Fidelity or eTrader, you sign up, you buy a stock. That's all you do. But the thing about it is, what stocks do you buy? That's where it gets complicated. Yeah, I have... no, it will not. Coca-Cola stock might go down. But here's the thing, and this is why it's complicated with stocks, because Coca-Cola stock is a very wise investment for two reasons. One, they pay dividends. I mean, they don't pay a lot, and you have to have a lot of stock to get the dividends, but they do pay dividends. And that's where, at the end of the year, you get like a little check of money. Also, Coca-Cola is not going out of business. Like, you buy stocks in companies that are very unlikely to go out of business. So, yeah, they mess with your Coke Zero formula. Well, they messed with the original Coca-Cola formula at one point as well. So, they kind of have a history of doing that. And so that's actually one of the reasons I own like a lot. Oh man, I loved Pepsi Blue. Okay, that's one of the reasons I I buy like in Disney and Microsoft and Coca-Cola and Pepsi. They pay dividends and they're not going away anywhere anytime soon. Crystal Pepsi. Oh, you want Crystal Pepsi? Hold on 1 second. You're gonna have to look at the ceiling for a second, guys. I'm sorry, but you want Crystal Pepsi? I got you your Crystal Pepsi. There you go. I don't think you want this. It's half drink. But anyway, so yeah, you want to buy stocks from companies that are not going to go out of business anytime soon and that they pay dividends. And here's another thing. You don't want to buy stocks from companies that rely on the stock being high to make money. Jealous Amazon? No, I would not buy Amazon stocks. I will never buy Amazon's. Well, I won't say never, but I'm not going to buy Amazon stocks. Hey, Terry, how you doing? It's like, apparently your channel's more popular than mine, so thank you for coming. I am honored. But yeah, you, Arco gas station? Yeah, by the way, why are you doing on my channels? Terry's channel's a lot better than mine is. I keep losing track of thought. When are you doing another vid with Mark? Monday. Come back Monday. There'll be a new video with Mark. So, I will not buy Amazon stock now because Amazon does not make money. They have had 20 years of not making money. They make their money from the stock. Oh, do a video with Terry? Well, hey Terry, if you want to do a video sometime, let's do it. And the problem with having a company that makes its money off the stock is it is reliant on the stock continuing to go up. Now, Amazon investors have been very, very forgiving about the stock. And it keeps rising above $1,000. But the day that the Amazon stock dips 20%, that company is in trouble. It's built on a house of cards. You want to know what other company was built on the stock and not making money off the stock and not the product? Enron. Something to think about there, guys. Something to think about. Why don't you shop at Amazon or Walmart? Because I don't like the amount of control they have over the economy, and I don't like how they treat their employees, and I don't like how they put all these other places out of business. That is why. Won't Amazon stock be going up from investments in brick and mortar lately? Yes, it will, but you're kind of missing a bigger point here. The bigger point is that Amazon does not make money. They do not make money. And of course, the investors are investing in Amazon because of the potential for an overreaching monopoly that no one could possibly compete with. And Amazon does keep growing, but they don't actually make money. And the day the investors get impatient with that and they sell their stock, Amazon as a company ceases to exist. They will. And again, I mean, I know people are joking, it keeps coming back to Enron, but the thing is, Amazon is the new Enron. They totally are. In fact, on Netflix, and I think even Hulu, you can watch the Oscar-nominated movie, Enron, The Smartest Guys in the Room, and when you look at how their businesses run, and then you look at how Amazon runs their business, it's eerily similar to how they run the business, and it's scary. Actually, I think that documentary should have won the Oscar that year, but there was some movie about marching penguins that came out, if I recall. So, oh wow. I just lost 10 viewers by ranting about Amazon and Enron. What about Sirius XM stock? Well, they've been around for a while. I don't see them overtaking anything anytime soon, but they're not going anywhere, so they seem fairly stable for the most part. You know what you should invest into? Crystal Pepsi. It's like new Coke. It'll be around forever. How about telecom? Not familiar enough with telecom to buy into them. Believe it or not, I'm actually slowly buying Sony stock right now, because if Sony does get bought out, then that stock could get transferred to a new company, so who knows. What was really shocking is that I actually bought tons of Kodak stock years ago. I bought like $30 worth of Kodak stock when the stock was like 15 cents each, and now it's like, it just like spiked all of a sudden. Now it's like at $3 and something a share. So I gained like a few $1,000s like in a couple days. It was kind of like bizarre. Like, how on earth did that happen? Hope Maestro starts a rideshare company. I don't think they're going to do that. Maybe Uberman can correct me, but I don't think Maestro is interested in a rideshare company. Maestro, I don't think it would be in their best interest right now to compete with Uber and Lyft. I think they want other rideshare companies to come up because they're making money off the fact that there are multiple choices and people buy their app for the ease of easily switching the apps and getting whatever comes first without waiting. That's Maestro's long-term goal. I don't think they have any interest in starting a rideshare company, and for that matter, I don't think they're I don't know if they're qualified to do that yet. I mean, I've kind of got issues with the iStrom app myself. Sorry, but it's true. And I don't know if I want them making a rideshare app. So, just, personal opinion. Nothing against anyone who works there, obviously. I know you're trying really hard. I just think your app could be a lot better. That's all. So, let's see here. What else is going on? Did I miss any questions? Will eBay overtake Amazon? No. Well, maybe. They can de facto take over Amazon if Amazon goes out of business, which I don't know when it's going to happen, but the chicken will come home to roost at some point. Maestro would not be profitable because Lyft and Uber are building features that Maestro currently has now. Yeah, that's the other. Well, they are, but Maestro's big selling point is it will turn on both the apps at the same time, and whoever calls first, it will accept that ride and turn that one off. So, unless Uber and Lyft want to start talking to each other, that's not going to change. Does the two-phone jack work better than Maestro? I don't know, to be honest. I've never done the two-phone hack. eBay had its chance to be great. Well, yeah, they were great for a while, and they had it going for them, but then they decided that they got too big and they wanted to appease just the investors and the shareholders. They started treating the sellers poorly and started squeezing more money from them. And Story sounds oddly familiar. Is Xerox good? I don't know. I mean, the thing is, guys, if you go to Fidelity, you can look up any stock you want and see how it's doing, and they've got like charts for how the stocks have done over the years, and you know, you can do this research, and that's the only thing, because I don't want to be responsible for saying, oh, this is a good stock, go buy it. And plus, I make investments that are not sound investments. I own stock in IMAX. There's honestly not that much money to be made from owning stock in IMAX. I just like the company, so I bought it. You know, you're going to have to figure out what you want to buy on your own. I can't help you with that, other than to give advice that it's a good idea to buy stocks from companies that are not going out of business anytime soon and that pay dividends. You follow those two rules, in the long term, you should be okay. Maestro has a lot of bugs in the app. It's a waste of money, and so Uber and Lyft filed an injunction to not use the app. They'll be done. Uber and Lyft filed an injunction on the app because they don't like the fact that people are using it. But the thing is, this isn't the first time something like that has happened, and the courts have decided it's not an infringement on copyright. Does anyone here play video games? Does anyone remember Game Genie? Because if you remember Game Genie was a cartridge where you would put the games into the cartridge, and well, you could basically bug the game and you can do cheat codes, and Nintendo and Sega sued them saying it was copyright infringement. And the judge disagreed, so Game Genie was allowed to continue. So, I mean, I personally do not see how Maestro could lose a lawsuit from that. Oh yeah, Game Shark. Yeah, that's basically the same thing. Okay, I see there's a war between Del Taco and Taco Bell. Between those two, I'm going with Taco Bell. I'm sorry. God, I hate Del Taco. And you know what? I've also been very put off by Del Taco because a lot of the late drives that I do, people want to go through the Del Taco drive-thru. And it's super annoying. It's super, super annoying. So, Taco Bell. Taco Bell, hearts in the eyes. There was a Surge app that worked. It's fine, and Uber stopped them from using Surge with their system. No, I think what Uber just did was Uber just rewrote the code so that basically the app could figure out how to spot it. Bought an SNES Game Genie to hack Street Fighter 2 to play as M. Bison. Awesome. Del Taco has burgers, though. So go to Jack in the Box. Go to Jack in the Box. They got better burgers, and they're open 24 hours. I use Maestro and NYC Suburbs. I rate it 4.8. Finds the exception of a handful of freezes during switching. Will Lyft go public? Lyft wants to go public sooner than Uber. Rideshare? I have no idea what that is. I could look it up real quick. Yes, I have to go through the drive-thru if they buy me to. Well, I don't make that requirement. Partly because I don't want a bad grading, and partly because Del Taco has crappy food and I don't care. Let's see here. Rideshare. Let's see here. Rideshare is an American-based provider of transportation supply chain management products, essentially known for its fleet of rental trucks. Oh. Okay. You can rent trucks here. I guess if you want to do... Oh. Nope. So I guess if you want to do Uber Freight, you can do Ryder. What do you think about Wawa? Is that the chain of convenience stores in New Jersey? Okay, I'm guessing because I see someone comparing Wawa to Sheetz. So yeah, that must be like the convenience store. From PA. Yeah, but they're all over New Jersey too, and that's where I saw them. So It's a convenience store, I guess. So I really have never seen them here. But what the? Wish we had them in Cali, yeah. Sorry, got a notification on the computer. Yeah, I guess they're pretty big. It's basically 7-Eleven on steroids, so much better. Except 7-Eleven is 7-Eleven, I believe, is the most franchised company in the world, if I remember correctly. So wait, what happens? I guess this is what happens when you oh, see you later, Dark Road Run. Yes, more than McDonald's, more than everyone. So it just dawned on me, I hadn't really been on Facebook today. Oh, almost dropped the phone there. How much costs to start app company and compete against Scum, Uber, and Lyft? Do you have $5 billion hanging around? Would you ever consider starting your own rideshare business and doing things the right way in care of the driver? I would like to do it, but I don't have the capital to do it. I don't have the engineers. I don't have the programmers. I have the ideas, but guys, the cat's out of the bag. You can't just start a rideshare company. Now you need to have insurance. You need to have executives. You need to have programmers. There's a lot of expenses that go into Uber and Lyft that we do not see. I mean, here's the thing. If they're like booking $20 billion in rides and still losing $1.5 billion, that should definitely tell you something. So, oh my gosh. Facebook memory of me at my sister-in-law's, at my brother's wedding. Oh, let's, oh, sorry guys. I'm gonna, but yeah, that was me making a speech at my brother's wedding. Like, geez, 6 years ago. Look at how young I was. I'd like to know more about your Aspie channel. What's that about? Well, first of all, in all of the videos except for the live stream videos, there's a link to it, so you can always just watch the channel and subscribe if you want. I could definitely use the subscribers, but it's basically vlogging. That's what it is. It's nothing special, to be honest. But hey, if you want to subscribe to it, Jeff Bezos wins 36. Jeff Bezos. Are you talking about? Jeff Bezos. I guess you meant Jeff Bezos. Okay. So I'm gonna go to Amazon again for a second. Because Amazon's value is not in their profits, it's in their stock. Well, check out that little article. Here's why Jeff Bezos is not truly the richest person in the world. I can guarantee you it's because his value is in Amazon stock, which can come and go at any time. I'm going to have to start doing more videos on Amazon, actually. I really hate that company. Is SoftBank deal done? Yeah, it's pretty much done. I mean, barring anything really strange, I don't see it changing anytime soon. Like, I mean, and people are cashing out, so. Warren Buffett, too. Yeah. Warren Buffett is definitely a very rich man. Uber isn't losing. Then what assets? What assets? They have an app. They don't have any assets. What do you think about the Sprint T-Mobile merger? I was under the impression that was shut down. Yeah, no, that didn't happen. But yeah, I was okay with that not going through. I was perfectly fine with that not going through. By the way, I'm also perfectly fine if the government decides they want to stop Disney from buying Fox. I don't want them to buy. I don't want Disney to buy Fox. So, what about using drones to send parcels? That's not going to happen. That was like 7 years ago they announced that was going to happen. That's the air control people, whoever makes those rules. Yeah, they announced the drone 7 years ago, and they're not here, so they're not ever gonna come here. That's just how it is. What about the? See, I don't like the idea of these mergers anyway. I I don't. Are you going to use Movie Pass for Infinity War? No. I am going to use Cinemia for Infinity War because I want to see it in IMAX 3D. So I have no idea who Atna is. So no, that does not. Just because the Fox stock is rising does not mean the deal is done. The stock rose for Sprint and T-Mobile, and government stepped in and said, no, that gives you too much power. And the government is already there are already prominent congressmen who are opposing these deals. Well, Mahler BT, you can pause the live streams when the live stream is done. So, but yeah, no, I'm hoping that there's a little bit of pushback on the Fox Disney thing. Excuse me. So, anyway, is there anything else we should talk about today? When this is posted, I'll leave a link to the beanie. I'm curious what you think of it. It's from thinking. Well, I'll look at it. I'll look at it. Do you use a Wi-Fi hotspot in your car? No. Hold on. Oh, I just got a notification from Courier from Caviar that there's a 5-mile driving bonus. But Comcast, no, I don't think they will. The thing here's the thing, guys. I think okay, Daniel, see you later. I don't think cell phone companies are going to be merging anytime soon because when the AT&T and Sprint deal closed because of it would create a lack of competition. There's not a lot of cell phone companies out there. That's why it happened. That's why it was stopped, and they're just going to get stopped again. They are. So, are they even talking about merging? Let's see here. Comcast, AT&T merger. Well, I don't see any news about AT&T and Comcast merging. Apparently, shareholders okayed it 15 years ago, but it didn't go through. Are you going to move up anytime soon? Like, well, if that merger's been in court for 15 years, then no, it ain't happening. Oh. AT&T and DirecTV. Yeah, don't expect that to happen. Look, the government killed the Sprint and T-Mobile merger. They're gonna kill the AT&T and DirecTV merger. What's the best industry for 2018? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, if it was just food delivery and ride sharing, I'd say food delivery. But when you talk about industry, that's like a pretty broad term. There's a lot of industries out there. Are you going to move on up anytime soon like Uberman? I don't know what that means. I will make videos and hopefully more people subscribe and watch and, all that jazz, but I can't really control that. The merger with AT&T. Oh, thanks, Yanis. Why Walmart raise wages? Because that's what companies do. AT&T, Direct TV, as Time Warner. Let's. I'm just gonna type in. I'm just gonna add merger in there. Probably. How many Uber and Lyft do you do in a week? 20 maybe. No, no, that AT&T and DirecTV merger ain't happening. Because the Department of Justice just got involved in that. So nope, that ain't happening. How many hours I work on YouTube? Probably at least 20. Probably at least 20. Yep, the Department of Justice, they're not going to let that AT&T merger happen. They're just not. So, all right, any other questions aside from the merger? I am actually super surprised no one asked my opinion on the Simple Driver and Rideshare Professor controversy. I mean, I wasn't going to comment on it anyway, but I titled the video very tongue-in-cheek, and I was expecting someone to ask, and nobody asked. I'm kind of proud of you guys. That's... Alright, so it looks like the questions are more or less over, and this has been going on for 42 minutes, so, you know, thank you guys for that. And Katie gets home in an hour and a half, so I'm gonna play me some Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild on the Switch before she gets home. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for the questions. Again, Terry, you want to do a video? Let's do a video. I'd love to do that. And actually, if Simple Writer or Rideshare Professor or any of them wants to do videos together, yeah, I like collaborating. It's fun. So anyway, I will see you guys later. This live stream was to replace the fact that obviously an episode of the Daily Rideshare did not show up today, but there should be one tomorrow. So do you think Lyft upfront pricing scam is going to kill their customer base? That's the last question I'll answer because that's a good one. No, the customers do not care. However, it will squash their reputation with the drivers, and yeah, they have fewer drivers than Uber, and Uber's struggling to retain drivers. So yeah, we're just gonna have to see on that one. Okay, guys, thank you. I will catch you guys later. For those of you who might have watched this live stream late and, you know, didn't watch it live, comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy the videos I make, consider becoming a Patreon member for $1 a month. And as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.